Carbohydrates. In this module, we'll be covering the basic preparation of carbohydrates such as pasta, rice, and potatoes. We will also be completing a simple pasta recipe by the end of this module. We'll also need some ingredients for the recipe at the end. You'll need water, a large pot, pasta, salt, tongs, a strainer, spaghetti sauce, cheese, and tomatoes. Preparing rice. For every cup of rice, you'll want to use 1 3/4 cup of water. Pour water into a large saucepan in a tight-fitting lid. Bring it to a boil. Mix 1 teaspoon of salt into the water. After the water comes to a boil, pour the rice in. Use a wooden spoon to separate any clumps. Don't overstir, that can cause the rice to become sticky. Be sure the lid fits tightly around the pot. Turn down the heat to its lowest setting, let the rice simmer for about 18 minutes, remove the heat and allow the rice to steam in the pot for another 5 minutes. Just before serving, gently fluff the rice with a fork to separate the grains. Rice can go with just about anything, so feel free to get creative. Preparation. Clean the potatoes and remove any dirt, then rinse. If desired, you can peel the potatoes with a vegetable peeler or a paring knife. Leaving the peels can help the potato keep some vitamins and nutrients found in the peel. This is purely just personal preference. Last, cut the potatoes. There are many ways to cut potatoes. Quarters, cubes, halves, it all depends on what you're cooking. Now for the actual cooking. Place the potatoes in a large saucepan or pot. Add enough cold water to cover the top of the potatoes. If you want, add half a teaspoon to 1 teaspoon of salt to the water. Set the stove to high to bring the water to boiling. Afterwards, reduce the heat to low and then cover with the lid. Let the potatoes cook until tender, about 15 minutes for cubed, about 20 to 25 minutes for quartered potatoes. Last, drain the potatoes into a strainer. Cooking the pasta. There's no real need for prep when cooking pasta. It's all very straightforward and is covered in the recipe. Boil water in a large pot. Pasta needs plenty of room to move, so it also needs a lot of water. For a standard package of pasta, you just need enough water to make sure that the pasta can still move. Let it boil until the water is at a full rolling boil. If you're looking to add flavor to your pasta, add a couple shakes of salt. More is better, but not too much. Place your pasta into the boiling water. Don't break up the pasta, it will soften within 30 seconds and it will all fit into the pot. Stir it well with the tongs and keep the noodles from clumping. Different pastas may have different cooking times, so be sure to check the packaging, but always do a taste test before draining. Everyone may have personal preference, but it's better to achieve an al dente texture, a little chewy with a little spring. Last, use your sifter and drain the water. For the recipe, put the drained pasta into the empty pot. You may want to give it 20 seconds or so to allow the pasta to steam dry. Add the sauce and stir into the pot with the pasta. Stir with some diced tomatoes. You can also add a little bit of salt and black pepper. Add shredded cheese and you're ready to serve.